So good day everyone. So today I will discuss about lesson planning. Lesson plan is the instructor's roadmap of what students need to learn and how it will be done effectively during the class time. Then you can design appropriate learning activities and develop strategies to obtain feedback on student learning. So lesson planning is we all know about this one because now we are going to do lesson plan in any subjects. This is the common activities that we will do.
So good day everyone, this is Maria Giovanna Aliado, a Group 4 member and a BE Ed 2C student, and we are going to talk about the basic parts of the lesson plan. But before we proceed to the parts of the lesson plan, let's talk about first the two commonly used type of a lesson plan. So the first one is the detailed lesson plan. So the detailed lesson plan, it provides mastery of what to teach and gives the teacher the confidence when teaching. So in this plan, both teachers and students' activities are presented. So a teacher's roadmap for a lesson is the detailed lesson plan. So it includes a comprehensive description of the actions a teacher will take to teach a certain subject. On the other hand, semi-detailed lesson plan, it is less intricate than the detailed lesson plan. It is having a general game plan of what you wanted to cover for that subject on that particular day. So semi-detailed lesson plans are less extensive than the detailed lesson plan, but they still focus on the topics you intend to follow that same day. So they serve as a broad outline for the course of the session. So now let us move on to the parts of the lesson plan, or the basic parts of the lesson plan. So here are the parts of the lesson plan. The first one is objectives, second one is subject matter, the third one is materials, next is procedure, evaluation, and assignment. The first one is the objectives. So objectives, it provides goals to be attained, give direction to the class discussions, and call for what outcomes. So lessons, evaluations, and teaching that can be proven to satisfy your overall course or lesson goals are built on the basis of objectives. So considering objectives to be instruments that help you achieve your specific goal. So a behavioral objective is a clear learning outcome that leads the learner's experiences and serve as the foundation for student evaluation. So in various ways, objectives might change. So this may be cognitive, affective, or psychomotor domain. So when we say cognitive domain, it is the learning facts and information. So the objectives classified as cognitive emphasize intellectual learning and problem-solving tasks. So when we say affective domain, it is habits and skills. So it contains behaviors and objectives that have some emotional overtones. So it encompasses likes and dislikes, attitudes, values, and beliefs. And next is the psychomotor domain. It is the attitudes and appreciations. So it is complexity with attention to the sequence involved in the performance of a motor act. So it includes physical movement, coordination, and use of the motor skill areas. So next is the subject matter. So the specific subject matter and its sources, textbook, library, references should be stated in the lesson plan. So when we say subject matter, it is the subject of discussions or the subject of imparted knowledge. So the content of a book or a film or the topic under discussion is referred to as a subject matter. So people in educational circles who are knowledgeable about a certain subject will give a lecture or a course on that subject. So in subject matter, it includes the following. The first one is the topic. So when we say topic, it is the particular lesson. Next one is the reference or references. It is usually from the book and internet website. So the use of a source of information in order to ascertain something. Next is the material. So it refers to the objects or tools that serve as instructional aids for particular subject. So next is the materials. So materials, these are necessary aids to teaching and should include in a lesson plan. So it includes teaching aids and devices. So the instruments used in educational lessons, which include active learning and evaluation, are known as materials or instructional materials. So in general, any resource that a teacher employs to assist them in teaching their students is classified as materials. Next is the procedure. So the procedure, it is the body of your lesson plan. So the procedure is the body of your lesson plan and the ways in which you'll share information with students and the methods you use to help them assume a measure of a mastery of that material. So the method of your lesson is a clear description of how the lesson will be delivered in the classroom or in the class. So the lesson method is simply a set of step-by-step instructions that take you from the moment learners enter the class until the bell sounds at the conclusion of the period. Next is the evaluation. So the evaluation is to determine the significance, worth, or condition of, usually by careful appraisal and study. So for example, it can take the form of a formative test consisting of a 10-item multiple choice questions after the day's lesson to determine the mastery of learning. And last is the assignments. So assignments are the tasks given to students by their teachers and tutors to complete in a defined time. So it includes questions, exercises, and a set of practice specified by the teacher. In order to succeed in discussing the assignment for the following day, a teacher give focused or specific questions for students to answer. And that is all for the parts or the basic parts of the lesson plan. Thank you so much for listening.
Good day everyone, I am Maria Tessa G. Algo. Today, I'm going to discuss about the example of lesson plan. So this is the example of lesson plan. As we can see here, there is a logo. The left side is the school logo and the right side is the College of Education logo. In the center, the university, Eastern Visayas State University, and this is a detailed lesson plan. In this lesson plan, we will see the major parts of this lesson plan. First is the objective. It includes the cognitive, affective, and the psychomotor. After the objective comes the second part of the lesson plan. The content, the name of the topic, then under that, letter A, reference, and B, materials. Then after that, number 2, the procedure. As we can see here, there is a teacher task and the student task. Under the procedure, it includes here the prayer, checking of attendance, energizer, and B, developmental activity. It includes also the review of the previous lesson you teach. After that comes the letter C, the motivation. It is very important to indicate a motivation mentioned in your lesson plan because it gives your student interest about your topic. So, let's move to letter D. The presentation of the lesson. Under the presentation of the lesson, it include the discussion, activity, analysis, abstraction, and application. And letter E, the assignment. That's all. Thank you.
So, good day everyone. By the way, I am Shinalay Baluran. So, lesson planning enables teachers to link the new knowledge with the previous knowledge acquired by students. Lesson planning ensures a proper connection of new lesson with the previous lesson. So, lesson planning ensures a definite assignment for class and availability of adequate materials for the lesson. Here are the advantages of lesson planning. Number 1. It inspires the teacher to improve the further lessons. It means teachers possess a passion for the subjects that they teach, and they also have genuine care for their students. They inspires young minds to play with ideas, think deeply about the subject matter, take on more challenging work, and even pursue careers in a particular field of study to become successful in life. Number 2. It helps the teacher in evaluating his teaching. Evaluation of teaching involves collecting evidence from various stakeholders for the purpose of improving the effectiveness of a teaching learning process. A successful evaluation generates of outcomes that are valid, reliable, and indicate directions and actions for development. Number 3. It develops self-confidence in the teacher. Having self-confidence as a teacher can improve your overall effectiveness as well as your well-being. Unfortunately, students can be quick to spot a lack of confidence, which can lead to issue with classroom management. So, the teachers are responsible for developing and nurturing your self-confidence. Number 4. Proper care is take into consideration the level of previous knowledge of students. Assessing students' prior knowledge allow an instructor to focus and adapt their teaching plan for students. It helps them to construct connection between old and new knowledge. Number 5. The teaching matter is organized in a time frame. Effective time management allows the student to complete more in less time because their attention is focused and they're not wasting time on distraction such as social media, for example. Good time management allows students to make the most of their abilities and enjoy the satisfaction of accomplishment. Number 6. It inspires the teachers to ask proper and important questions. Teaching students to ask effective questions can reveal what that the child doesn't understand, giving us the chance to fill the gaps and likely improve understanding for other students too. So, great questions revealed understanding and an overall grasp of significance in a way that answers cannot. Number 7. It provides guidance to the teacher as to what and whom he should teach. While teaching a particular subject, make sure you give some career examples. Make sure you are interacting with your students and show that you are equally interested in their career choices. Number 8. It helps creating the interest of students toward the lesson. Ownership to leader means that a learner is motivated, engaged, and self-directed. It means they can monitor their own progress and are able to reflect on their learning based on mastery of content. Number 9. It simulates the teacher to think in an organized manner. The organization of classroom materials allows students to retrieve them quickly, which helps to decrease unwanted behavior. Proper room arrangement provides predictably, which is essential for the students because the students thrive when they are in comfortable learning environment. And the last is, it helps the teacher to understand the objectives properly. Well-defined and articulated learning objectives are important because they provide students with a clear purpose on which to focus their learning efforts. Inform your selection of instructional content and activities. Guide your testing and assessment strategies. And that's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Kinji Baloy of Q1 and I was assigned to talk to you about the disadvantages of lesson planning. The lesson planning is what a teachers perform or a teachers do before the actual lesson takes place. The following are the limitations of lesson planning. The first one is the new or odd situation. The teacher feels himself or herself helpless. A simple matter becomes more complicated and more time is required to make the lesson plan or to plan a lesson. The teacher cannot work or teach independently. There is a lack of flexibility in the lesson planning, and the teaching process becomes more difficult. Thank you, that's all.